What's up, people? It's the Saiyan Satsumi with the review on episode 38 of Dragon Ball Super.
There's one thing a Saiyan always keeps.
Alright guys, there's a lot of things that happen in this episode, so let's jump in. The episode starts off with Vegeta and Hit standing in the ring getting ready to fight. Vegeta notices that Hit's holding in his ki very well. It's very controlled, but from what he can sense, he knows he's a very strong fighter. Lord Beerus said he's heard Hit's name before, but he doesn't know where. Whis goes on to say that he's the best assassin in Universe 6. He's never missed a target, giving him the nickname the Flawless Hit. Lord Beerus pretty much says that this is going to be a good fight, and then he hits the gong. Boom. Vegeta wastes no time and powers up straight away to Super Saiyan Blue. Hit takes a fighting stance and Vegeta comments on it, saying that that's a very basic fighting stance, but sees no openings. He can't find an opening, Piccolo can't find an opening, Goku can't find an opening. So they're pretty much just standing there waiting for someone to move. Vegeta acknowledges he has no openings, but thinks it's better for him to attack than to just stand there. As he's about to, Hit moves in. Vegeta notices that he's coming at him with a low level of speed and knows that he can dodge this punch. But he doesn't. Hit punches him right in the face and he goes flying into the ground. Vegeta gets up confused, but everyone else is confused as well. No one knows how he did it. Vegeta gets up, wipes a bit of blood off his nose, still confused, not sure what happened. Hit tells him, "You should surrender." Vegeta freaks out. "What did you say?" He tells him, "Don't get so cocky over one lucky shot. I'll be the one attacking from now on." Vegeta bursts in. As he goes to strike, he disappears and ends up behind Vegeta, hitting him right in the neck. It looks like Hit's fighting style is to hit the vital and weak points of the body and to wear down his opponent from there. So Vegeta charges at him again, and he keeps taking shot after shot after shot after shot after shot. He realizes he's taking some damage and needs to put some distance between the two. He flies back and looks like he's about to do Big Bang when he notices that Hit puts his hands in his pockets. Vegeta's furious now. He thinks this guy's looking down on him, and as soon as he goes to fire, out of nowhere, bang! He still caught Vegeta off guard and hit him right in the ribs. Vegeta realizes he's too fast for him. He can't see the movements happening. Vegeta decides, alright, he's too fast, I can't hit him, but his punches are weak, so if I hit him hard, lights out. Vegeta charges at Hit and Hit punches him in the stomach again. But this was Vegeta's plan. He knew he was going to hit him in the stomach, so he grabs his arm, knowing that now that he's holding him, he can't go anywhere. Vegeta goes to punch him in the face as hard as he can, but it didn't work. Hit him in the stomach again, even after Vegeta was holding his arm. Vegeta miscalculated. His punches aren't weak, he was just throwing weak punches. He chucks a heavy punch again at Vegeta's stomach and he falls. Going back to his base Saiyan form and being knocked out. Vegeta lost. Out of the tournament now. As Hit walks away, he mentions that Vegeta is the only one to still be alive after taking so many attacks from him. Goku instant transmissions to Jakko to see if he saw the movements that Hit was making, but even he couldn't see with his eyes. Everybody's worried about Vegeta. Trunks flies down to his aid along with Goten, and Goku tells Krillin to give him a Senzu Bean. Goku and Jakko are trying to figure out what's going on, how come they couldn't see his movements, what's he doing, is he using instant transmission? And the Galactic King says to him, maybe he's using a time leap. Certain people have the ability to use a time leap that allows them to travel 1/10 of a second into the future. That's why they couldn't see this guy's movements. He was traveling through time. Now that doesn't seem like a lot of time, but for someone that can travel faster than the speed of sound, that's a pretty big advantage. The referee calls out Hit's next opponent, Goku. Goku has no idea how to beat this guy, neither does anyone else. As he flies down to the tournament ring scratching his head, he walks past Vegeta and says, "Hey, do you have any advice for me?" Vegeta tells him, "No, just do your best." Goku says to him, like, "Don't be so cold, come on, help me out, we're on the same team." Vegeta says to him, "I already know." He doesn't even know what's going on. He's got no advice to give him and he just fought the guy. Lord Beerus says to Whis, "I know you know how to counter this move. Tell him how to do it." Whis tells him this will be good training for him. Let Goku handle it. Lord Beerus is worried. What if Goku loses? Whis tells him, "Don't worry, we've still got Universe 7's strongest fighter, Monaka." Lord Beerus pulls this funny ass face. He pretty much says to him, "But you know the truth." Whis laughs to himself and says, I'll read it out. "Could it be, in order to motivate Goku-san and Vegeta-san, Beerus-sama lied and brought a total amateur?" Looks like that one's up. Looks like they're bringing a lot of good aspects back from Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball, because this is the exact same thing that Master Roshi did in the first World Martial Arts Tournament that Goku and Krillin attended. He dressed up as an alias Jackie Chan and fought the boys in the tournament. He pretty much said afterwards that he did that because these boys were already at the pinnacle of the sport, and he didn't want them to slack off on their martial arts knowing that they were already the best. Seems like this could be the same, using Monaka sort of as motivation to keep pushing them and striving for more power. Lord Champa sounds the gong, and the battle commences. Hit says to Goku, "Aren't you forgetting to transform?" Goku tells Hit, "Super Saiyan Blue takes up a lot of stamina. I want to figure out a way to beat you before I use it." Hit calls him young and naive for giving out his plan. Goku says, "I'm not as young as I look." To which Hit replies, "I'm over 1,000 years old." Goku freaks out and says, "Oh, let me rephrase myself. Very nice to meet you," and bows his head. I like how he does this, and I like the way that he's fighting in the tournament. It's real martial arts. He's showing that level of discipline that he learned since he was a child. That he's a martial artist first and foremost, and he's giving respect to the older fighter. He bows his head, takes his stance, and they go at it. Goku in true Goku form. Goku goes flying around the ring. Different angles, different techniques. Just trying to land a single blow on Hit. But the same thing's happening. Goku can't hit him. Instead, he keeps hitting Goku. Again and again and again and again and again. He tells Goku the same thing he told Vegeta, "You should surrender." Goku tells him, "I won't surrender, because I found a hint to beating your technique." Hit thinks he's bluffing, so Goku tells him to try him. So Hit seems pretty interested, and he lets him go for it. Goku charges at Hit, and Hit punches, again. But this time, Goku blocks it. And after he blocks it, throws a spinning back fist that just happens to catch Hit, and scratches him right under here. Goku's cheering, "I finally hit you." Hit says it was a fluke. So Goku being Goku was pretty much like, "Oh, well, if you think it was a fluke." Goku charges at him again with a spinning kick. Just as he's about to land, Hit kicks him. And as Hit kicks him, Goku blocks it again. Hit's stunned, and as he tries to move out again with his time leap, Goku predicts where he's going to be and kicks him. Goku's figured out a method and a rhythm. Goku now knows how he's using the time leap, and he's using his battle experience to predict where Hit's going to turn up next. He knows as soon as he goes to attack, that's when Hit will attack him. So predicting what technique he's going to use, he blocks. Of course Hit blocks the kick, but this is only in Goku's base form. He hasn't even turned Super Saiyan Blue yet, and he's already found out the method to beating this guy. Hit now takes his hands out of his pockets. Goku says, "Oh, you're willing to fight me seriously now? Well then I'll use my full power too." End episode. The preview for the next episode shows Goku fighting Hit in Super Saiyan Blue. Goku's landing flush punches and kicks on Hit. Looks like Hit's getting real angry, and he's starting to use his full power. Looks like Hit picking up the pace wasn't what Goku expected. He's a lot stronger than what he thought, but Goku's not worried. He's got a special trump card that he hasn't used yet. Now there were a lot of spoilers in Dragon Ball community last week. One of them being that the titles for the next month have been released, and it says in one of them, Goku uses Kaioken and Kamehameha. He used it in the Saiyan Saga, and briefly before he turned Super Saiyan in the Frieza Saga. Wouldn't it be amazing if this guy could use Kaioken while he's Super Saiyan Blue? Something else I'm thinking that's been floating around since Katsu no F or Revival F is that maybe they can take Super Saiyan Blue to Super Saiyan Blue 2, Super Saiyan Blue 3, maybe 3 years in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber they've come up with another transformation that they can do. If you want to read the titles, I'll leave the link down in the description below, but it does reveal who the winner of the tournament is, so if you don't want to know, don't click it. This episode just shows again that Goku is a true fighting genius. Fight someone for a little bit, gets a feel for their rhythm, their techniques, and eventually finds a way to counteract and beat these people. It's a bit sad that Vegeta's run had to end like that, but I mean, he had a good run. 3 fights, we got to see some attacks that we haven't seen for a long time. Final Flash, which is my favorite attack of all time, was only used once in the Cell Saga, so it was good to see that brought back. There's my review for episode 38 and some of the predictions that I had for it. We got to see Goku doing what he does best, being a true martial artist, a fighting genius, analyzing his opponent and finding ways to counteract the attacks and abilities that they have. Let me know in the comment section below if you have any predictions of what you think will happen next week. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel if you already haven't. Just press the red button up the top somewhere that says subscribe. I'll be bringing out a video in a couple of days for the top 5 anime that's come out this season that maybe you guys want to start watching. As always guys, I'm the Saiyan Satsumi. Catch you guys next time.